Hi, this is the IMSA Media Bureau.
Hi everybody.
We will be conducting interviews to help the community get to know their candidates better.
And this Silva is running for the president this year. So hi Silva.
Hi.
It's good to have you here.
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah. So Eugene.
Hi Eugene.
Yeah.
So first we will start with some questions that we have gathered from the community.
Alright.
And then can you tell us a little something about yourself in Russian language?
Russian language?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. In Russian language, we are speaking Russian, right?
Меня зовут Sivapriyan. Я не хорошо говорю по-русски, но чуть-чуть проблема, когда если надо говорить с преподавателем, но у меня есть немного
Ну, скажите, пожалуйста, про твою жизнь, что тебе любишь, делаешь, хобби какая-то.
Я люблю играть компьютер игры и играть гитар, да? Я не... Но если... Что еще? Еще только...
Про твой родной город, например, ну, какой родной твой... Ты откуда? Ну, какой родной город?
Я из Малайзии, в Pulau Pinang.
О, Pulau Pinang тоже? О, я тоже из
тоже Pulau Pinang, да? Хорошо. Там мы много говорим по-малайски язык или по-английски. Здесь, я не знаю почему, все по-русски, да, и...
Потому что здесь живет русский.
Да. Но если, когда вы пришел в Малайзии, да, надо перевод еще раз по-английски, да, если доктор... Сейчас мы скажем судороги по-английски, это...
So, what do you think is meant to be the president of the RMSA?
I am thinking of making all the students united in the manner of information first.
Wait, but we want to know what do you think it means to be the president of IMSA?
Is to be the representative of our students. We have to represent them in their problems, in what the basic need they need, and on top of that, safety is also must be ensured. You know. And I think before I leave, I think I can do a good job for all the students in whatever defect that I found in throughout 5 years of being here.
No, but we want to know, like, in an ideal manner, in your mind, in your point of view, what does it mean to be a president? What does it mean? Like,
It's leading our Malaysian students towards the right direction. There are 3 aspects: academic, social, and safety.
Vision for the Malaysian community here in Moscow.
One is about the welfare. Second is the education. Welfare will make sure that our students are accommodated with what we are paying for. Second is about academic. We always have a bad reputation, right? Being in Russia, right? We can score. Sometimes we can score very well, but when you go back to hospital, we are not really projecting what we know. So these are 2 problems that we always have to improvise. I cannot bring them to the best at the moment. I can make 3 or 4 steps and let the next president and the following president polish the procedures until one day that all the Russian students, all the Malaysian students from Russia, or particularly from RSMU, they can be an adequate doctor, at least adequate doctor, sufficient to actually supply whatever the needs that Malaysia needs.
So, according to you, I also don't agree with your statement, because you say that I understand you, that it means that the standard of the student here is not enough to work in Malaysia, right?
Yes.
But I think it's also depend on how you study. Like if you come here, you just spend the time without studying, so how can you become a good doctor, right? So it's also depend on you. You should study. Is that right?
No, it's true, it's true. You can provide the best teacher, you can provide the best environment, you can give the best notes, you study this and get 5, but still if the student doesn't want, yeah, we cannot help them. Those kind of students, they should not come here in the first place. Do you agree with me? Right, maybe they just come for the doctorate title of it. But that's why I come up with this revolutionized massage. First of all, there will be massage. I'm not cancelling massage. There will be a massage. Alright, revolutionized, I would like to give them incentives so that they will struggle or strive to study. You know? Like how back in Malaysia, why did we try to score 10 A1s? Why did we try to score 4 flight in STPM? Right, because we can get that scholarship. Right, I did that. And then when there's no scholarship for RSMU, when I think at the second year, I stopped scoring myself. I thought I just gained the knowledge and I didn't want to score. Alright, but if you ever give them some intensive like this, I'm sure they will push themselves. One, the good students will try to get good scores and they try to get a competition among them. Second, the mediocre people who have loan back at home or what, this money can help them. Right? Did I answer your question how to bring up the students who doesn't want? I think this is one of the steps I can think of it.
So you mean that they study because they have motivation?
Yes, motivation.
Without motivation, yes, nobody can study.
And on top of that, I can just thought of another idea. We need to give them awareness of not what will happen if not being a good doctor. Oh. I think they're having a speech tomorrow on housemanship, Malaysia, right? I think a lot of students should go there and ask what's going about, you know. So the awareness is one more thing. We'll let them know what the salary, what will happen, because a lot of people are repeating the cycles back in Malaysia. They're supposed to do for 16 months, and each cycle, if I'm not mistaken, for 4 weeks. If you couldn't pass, they have to prolong it. Oh. I personally had some of our seniors, they're prolonging one cycle for 4 or 3 times already. Until then, they cannot be a doctor. I mean,
real like they cannot be a real doctor. Right? Yes. They just have to be like a.
They're still in training.
Yeah, in training. Yeah. So okay, so about the fee, right? Every year the fees is still increasing.
Yes.
So to be a president, can you do something to at least like to slower that process? Like.
Okay, I would like to tell about the agreement. Agreement should be on 2 ways. That means the person who's actually coming up with the system and person who's actually going to follow up the system. We are mostly the students who are following up the system, right? So in that agreement, we have to also have right in it to change it. Alright? For example, what I was thinking right now, when the tuition fees was increased, when we inquired them, they said there's a clause that telling every 10 months we will change the fees. Right now, come up with a contract where both agrees that for the next 6 years, no changes of fees. So if it's contracted there, then they have no right to change. This was our mistake. Oh. Again, it's going back to the information. That was my first thing. Information is power in my entire manifesto. So we make sure all the students get the right information and quick. Alright? Yeah. So did I answer your question? How, right? This is one of the way.
Yeah.
When I become the president, our first thing all I know is the fee structure for the coming students and for the current students. I already answered this for 2 weeks.
Oh.
This is one of the first things we'll do. When I get the fee structure, I'll revise the contract, the agreement there, and I'll make sure all the new students who come here, right, are sticking to the one contract, signed only once for the next entire 6 years. If I'm not mistaken, the first year students are going to pay 200,000 rubles. Yeah. I'll make sure the entire 6 years they're paying that.
Okay.
If there's a clause, we'll let the student know. We'll let the student know there's a clause that there might be a changing, so be aware of it. So they will be aware of it, so then it wouldn't be RMSA fault, or their fault, or the student fault, because they'll be aware of it. At first we are not aware of it, that's why the whole panic happened, right?